Now, oh, it's just another camera you hooked up?
Yeah, it's another camera.
Pretty effective.
Yeah, it works really well.
All you need is a couple on the side, and it'd be like
Yeah, almost TV quality.
We're not live yet.
No worries, I'm not.
We'll start after the second.
Random conversation.
No, we're just having some issues right now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because your game, we didn't start until like the third act match. It's very late.
But you can see it here, but it's not broadcast.
This is screwed up like me. There is another link for the. So.
Oh yeah, good luck.
I'll go videos. Yes.
Oh.
Something here.
Just wait. Yeah, that's my feeling. Ray was in the bottom. Yeah. Should I get that for you? Oh, maybe, yeah. You got your legs or oh, but it's better. Well, it's you know, you have to do the trick of getting the camera.
You kind of you are.
It's on your phone.
Good afternoon and welcome inside the Golden Ears Winter Club. I am Jordan Kiss here with you as we get set for the second end of this first draw in the Women's Coronation Business Group King Cash Bond Spiel. It was a score of 1 for Team Daniels in the first end against Team Hudyma. Of course, the first draw in this event on the ladies' side. The first event on the BC Women's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Insurance and Best Western. So we get things going here with the Team Daniels lead, Sarah Loken. Team Daniels throwing the red, Team Hudyma throwing blue rocks here. Calling for a center guard. Looks a little hype, decide to bring it in. That comes rest top 4. Hudyma is going to elect to hit it instead of throw the corner guard. And it's the lead for Team Hudyma, Patty Wallingham. Originally from the Yukon, represented Yukon at the Scotties. In 2014, playing with Sarah Colton. Of course, it's the Yukon front end for this Team Hudyma team, second Chelsea Duncan as well. Playing in 2 Scotties. Most recently in 2018 with her sister Chelsea, because that one over curls and misses. Team Daniels is going to elect to plug it up and guard it. Center guard here. Originally what they wanted on their first shot, but came in a good spot. That comes to rest just short of the rings. On like 4 foot, about half buried. So they're going to play a soft weight shot here and move it out. Like hack weight just bumped to the back of the rings. Archers are on this one right away. This one's really moving. Just takes the guard. He's going to roll in and sit in the 12 foot. We saw from the draw earlier this morning, this ice is really curling. Lots of finish to it. No rocks are safe behind guards. This Team Daniels is going to let him throw up the center guard again. And it's Team Daniels second, Holly Horvat. Of course, that name is familiar to most people here in BC. She married Canucks center Bo Horvat in the summer. Of course, Bo now in Victoria for training camp. Holly Horvat, former teammates with Lindsay Hudyma. Played with him 2 years ago. She comes up a little heavy on that one, puts it in the top 12 foot. Holly Horvat playing with Carla Thompson last year. And the other Daniels sister, Megan, now joining this Team Daniels team on the women's side. It's the Hudyma second, Jenna Duncan. So she throws her first rock here in the second end. Makes contact with both, but not enough on the one. That's gonna sit behind the corner guard. Daniels is sitting one currently, and she's gonna decide to play the nose hit on this one on the right side, split the rings. See what this ice does this far out wide. Russia's clean this one, perfectly executed by Holly Horvat. Team Daniels now sitting 2. Hudyma's going to decide to go behind the corner guard. Freeze on the red. Try to sit 1 after the shot. Pressured it on this one all the way. This one's really curling. It's not on the guard yet, but it's getting really close. But just nicks it. Come up just short. Looked like the weight was just there. Sit shot, but it's curled a little too much. Team Daniels is gonna come through that port here, try to sit 4 foot. Very risky because you can also top up one of the blues. They're taking a second look at this. Not an easy shot here for Team Daniels. You clear the one on the right there, you could possibly jam as she's going to call her third Kayla McMillan down to have another look at this. Good shot, you make it. It does leave Hudyma with a run back. Very short run back. She would like to maybe hit and roll on the left one. The front isn't looking too good for Team Daniels, so you want oh, they are sitting 2. You do want to be able to control the front of the rings. Looks like they're going to go with the original call of drawing around the guard of the 4 foot. First on the women's side, 2 pools of 4 teams. Each team will be playing 4 games, 1 crossover game. And the top 4 teams at the end of it all will advance to a semi-final. Top 4 teams making the playoffs. It's Kayla McMillan now. Her 3rd year playing with Sarah Daniels, originally from Ontario. This one's just short of the rings there. Corner frozen, not a bad result. Still at least the tap option there for Hudyma. Couple choices. Yeah, of course you could hit and roll in, or you got a couple taps to work with. She's going to play a tap on the one on the left. 3rd, Heather Hansen. It's the lefty, Heather Hansen now. Her first rocks to this end. hanging a little tight. It's definitely curling. Sweepers are trying to hold it. A very good result there as that one comes partially buried behind the corner. Satan shot rock. Very difficult to get that one out. Honestly, that's probably better than tapping it on the nose. Team Daniels doesn't have an easy way into the rings right now. So that top rings isn't there. Just trying to move it around, maybe throw some weight at it, try to bounce that red sit shot. Looks like that's what they're going to do. Worst case scenario, just clears up the front for them. It's taking its time here. And a very good result there. Kayla McMillan with a perfect shot. Perfectly executed. Cannot make that any better. Everything's perfect. It's guarded, it's frozen, it's shot rock. Big shot there. Hudyma's going to be forced to draw around those corners. One of those situations where the angles are just perfect and you hit it in the right spot. Come out with a clutch shot. Okay. So Hudyma's coming around now. It's just nicks the top red. Weight was perfect. That's going to sit shot rock, but wide open in the forefoot. Play for Daniels here is to hit this one, but what do you want to do? You can hit and roll and still leave the draw open for Hudyma, or you could just hit it on the nose. And that forces Hudyma to make a difficult decision on her first rock. I thought the result's a good one here. Why don't you stick around in that 8-foot area? Sarah Daniels, the defending provincial junior champion, finished second last year at the Canadian Juniors. Third time she's finished second at a national junior event. Now this is her last year at the junior level. She's really motivated now to finally get that win. She hits that one on the nose, and Hudyma's looking at this run back here to see if the angles line up. It's not ideal. Very difficult to get one of her blue stones in the forefoot. It is curling enough. You could go through the port, but again, there's not a lot of room. Looks like they're going to look to play hit here, maybe hit it thin. Just try to sit shot out of this one. Very difficult. Lindsay Hudyma, beginning her season here, finishing 4th place at the BC Scotties last year. Of course, this year's BC Scotties are in Cranbrook. Sweepers around this one right away. Hudyma might get the thin tick. And another perfect shot. Hits that one thinly. And he ends up sitting one after all that. It looks like from my angle it's one. Somebody's sitting one, that's for sure. And another perfect shot. We've seen lots of those this end. Very well executed end by both teams so far. So it's like see what Team Dan's lets to do here. It's like try to come in a freeze and sit shot. Looks like it is close to see who's sitting right now as Milan takes another look at it. Sarah with her last rock here in the second end. 8 end games here, 5 rock rule. If it is a tie after 8, they will go to an extra. Looks like they're wanting to just top 8 foot. Try to force to 1 here. Our chance to steal as they're trying to get every last inch out of it as that comes up just biting the top 12. And nobody's really sure who is shot. Right now here Hudyma is find a way to get one in there, at least get one. Could be a draw for 2, it might just be a draw for 1. Possibly come through the port there and maybe bump the blue a bit, try to move that red out and sit 2. It's definitely curling enough to make it. Does look difficult, but it is. It could just be a straight draw for 1. It's still unclear who is sitting shot right now. Last rock here in the second end. Right now, still on the red rock in the top 12 that Sarah just threw. It's got a curl. This one's not moving like the other ones, but it looks like it's finishing good there. This is going to come up nicely. So your camera just apologize, but this camera just kind of died there. But Hudyma is sitting back 4. Looks like it is going to be 2 blue, so it's a score of 2 for Hudyma. Just trying to get that camera back. Come on, give me apologize. So there we go. Couldn't happen at the worst possible time. Looked like it was a score of 2 from Team Hudyma. A perfect draw through the port. So we're getting set to resume action here for the third end. Looks like our sponsor is Bel Air Direct and Best Western, and the event sponsor, Coronation Business Group, as well as hosting BC and Via Sport. always appreciate your support as Patty Wallingham gets set to start this third end off. And this is the third time that Lindsay Hudyma and Sarah Daniels have met head-to-head in women's competition. Last time was at the Scotties Open event in Tunneltown last year. Hudyma winning that one 11-0. Hudyma owns a 2-0 record against Daniels in competitive women's play. So that one comes to rest at the top of the 12th foot, and Sarah Daniels is going to call the guard as the other Sarah Loken gets set in the hack ready to throw. Loken as well as part of the Sarah Daniels junior team of Kayla McMillan. Playing with Jordan Henson this year and with Prince George. Of course, their first junior event next week at Real City at the Native Cockerel. Sarah Daniels is a 4-time champion of that event. It's 4 in a row to be exact. Hit is called for Patty. So that guard slid into the rings. Gets a little roll to the middle. And now seeing 2. Sarah just wants to get rid of it. So we've had a double here for Sarah Loken. This one's over curling. This might just get one here. Does make contact with both, but only one goes. Just shoves that one a little closer to the 4-foot. This is going to call for the guard. Get this one just short of the rings here, so he's got some moving to do before he gets there, but with Dean Jones making the ice this week, and there's a lot of curl in these, and there's lots of finish to these rocks. That one is perfectly executed. Probably maybe see a little bit on the center line side, but Sarah's going to come around the other way for the freeze. And also maybe come around back 4. This one's coming in very nicely. Line looks great. Another perfect shot by Holly Horvat. Still Hudyma sitting one. I'm going to come the other way and freeze on top of the red. Anything but deep here is an ideal shot. You're short, you still have to get a guard up there. If you're deep, it opens the door for Sarah Daniels to get in there for shot rock. Comes up, taps the red a bit. Doesn't look like there's a double on the blue rocks. So the guard's away. Sarah's gonna look to play a little short slash here. I do want to be able to sit after this one. She's gonna play like a board weight. Just push the blue to the 4-foot, try to have the red that she's hitting stick there ideally, and then roll over to the 12-foot. Could possibly come into play later on at the end. Make contact, foot stick. Red's not going to stick. Blue is going to be pushing for the 8-foot, but red is shot wide open. So need that one to curl a little more. And again, that one curls more. That blue is probably still shot rock. So now Heather Hansen now is going to come down with some soft weight, try to bump that up. Perfect for a lefty here as it's on left-hand side of the sheet. A little easier for a left-hander in this shot than a right. Somebody who was right-handed, but this one coming in, maybe a little too much weight. So it does get out the red, and she is going to stick around. Now, Hudyma's sitting 3. Oh, man. Sarah's going to call for the hit and roll, try to roll back 4-foot behind cover. Could also draw too. They played the draw earlier in the end. Could do that as well, but I'd like to go with the hit. Trying to get this one to move. That's going to come up. Doesn't curl enough as it just rolls a little bit to a 4-foot. Hudyma's going to try to do the same thing and roll behind cover. She can. It'll put a lot of pressure on Sarah. Pressure's on this one right away. Looks very good. They're trying to get the roll. Perfectly executed. Heather Hansen with another beauty as that one comes to rest. Just on the left side of the button. Sarah Daniels has a difficult decision here. It's a perfect spot for Hudyma because it's very tough for Sarah to outdraw that one. She's got to clear something out here if she wants to get at it. Looks like they're going to try Peel, try to catch a couple rocks on its way as well, maybe 2 or 3 moving. Really want those front 2 just out of the way. Hudyma has to make a perfect guard. Expect some big weight here from Kayla McMillan. gets the top two going, and that clears it up. A little more breathing room for Team Daniels. Just exactly what you wanted. Lindsay Hudyma's going to throw the guard on it. Now, Shot Rock does look a little bit behind Keelan, so Sarah could freeze on it. It's still 6 shot. So we wait to start from Lindsay. Looks like it's coming in a little deep. The sweepers like this. It's like plan B shot now to play the freeze. Perfect draw away, but not ideal. Now Sarah's got a pocket now. If she wants to, she could maybe draw in there and sit when Hudyma can't take it out, but probably won't end up seeing a shot after that. Also maybe play a double and roll and over to the left side. Maybe sit on top of that blue. Just play a straight freeze on the one on the button. She's gonna hit and flop on top of it. Roll on top of the shot rock and hopefully sit one after it. And if she does, Hudyma can throw up a guard and Sarah will have a difficult draw for her two. Close. Looks like it's kind of a little too much. We'll wait and see. Just over curls. Sits wide open. Looks like Lindsay is gonna try the same thing here. Hit and roll. Hopefully make it double as difficult as possible. Play some soft weight at this one. There's plenty of ice given. Forrest's main goal here is just to get it out. Force to one, which is what you want to do for your opponent. If you don't have the hammers, just force them to one. This one's starting to move. Pressures are really on it. Got enough. It is out. So we'll leave Sarah with an open hit against 3. So Daniels gets her chance for her 1. Tie this game up. Way down the sheet. Looks very good. right on the beak, and it's the score of 1 for Sarah Daniels here in the third end. Ties this game up. CTRS points on the line in this event, as well as BC Tour points, all the spot and provincials up for grabs. Sarah going to open up this fourth end. Some updates on the other games going on over on sheet 1. Kate Giles currently tied at 3 with Emily Bowles in the fourth end. Bowles, a young junior team. Over on sheet 2, Diane Gushalak holds a 2-1 lead over Kristen Ryan. And over on sheet 4, Carla Thompson is up 3-2 over Mariah Coulomb. They are in fourth. Sarah Welkin throws up the center guard. Has to come around this one. This one's really curling as they kind of lost him. Maybe a pick, but it's going to hit the guard. We're off it the entire way, but might have grabbed something, but not a bad result. If you sit in the top 12, Sarah's going to call for the hit and roll behind. The hit there by Sarah Loken. Good hit and roll. Rolls a little too far. She does stay in the rings as Hudyma decides to ignore it and just come around. She does have the hammer us in. It's not a threat to her at this moment. Could be useful later in the end if needed. Pressure will remain off this one. It's starting to move. You can see it there at the hog line. It's going to move enough. There's a little bit of weight to it. That's going to rest. Back 12 foot. Sarah's going to end up sitting at 1 now. The last shot would definitely be light. You miss your shots, you do want to miss them right way. There's always a right way and a wrong way to miss your shots now. Unfortunately, the wrong way. Talk about that. It's going to play the come around. Trying to make this one curls. It was fine. Just didn't come over enough. It's going to sit back of the forefoot. It's like wide open. On this size, it's tough to sit for him there. Not have a shot at it to put it out. He's going to try to play a hit and roll. It's Jenna Duncan. It's going to hit it, take out the one on the back, but they do end up sitting one back the button. Still open. Sarah's going to look to play the hit. Could also freeze if she wanted to, but no need to get too fancy right now. This one's a little wide. Waiting for this one to move as Kayla tries to make it curl. It's gonna hit it, but it's gonna roll out. The guard's still up. Lindsay's gonna call for the come around. Could also maybe play the hit. Maybe hit and roll if you want to. A little safer, but she's gonna play the shot many times. They should know the ice and the weight by now. Just a matter of execution now. This one looks very nice. It's gotta sit now for Hudyma. Going to sit back T-line. Popping open on the left side there. Sarah's going to come around probably hack weight with it, trying to get to the nose and sit. She can also freeze on it too. That'll be. She could freeze on it. That'll be really good with this. It's a good option as well. First time really seeing this turn. I didn't play the second one. First time for Daniels in this one. Very close. Too tight to the guard. Looks like it's going to nick it. Tough one for Daniels. She hits the guard and just moves it over. So now the guard is on the other side of the center line, giving Hudyma another guard to go behind. Pretty much just reversed the situation. So Hudyma now has a chance to lie two. So again, looking really nice. It's really curling. I can see it come off the center line. Let's get in there for weight. A perfectly buried T-line, splits the T-line. Can't make that one any better. Sits two is Daniels is going to just play this straight nose hit. Again, could also come around and freeze to the shot that Hudyma just threw. Force Hudyma to probably play another hit on this one, maybe set up a double for you on the next shot. This one's got a stick in the ring, so this one's got a stick in the fourth. That one hangs out there and rolls open. Hudyma's she's gonna go the other side now. Freeze on the rock that Daniels just threw. Could definitely also come in behind the guard as well. Follow your last rock in. You do make the shot, but it does give Daniels the out. Drawing behind the corner, so you can still freeze and sit shot rock as that one comes up heavy. Daniels come and freeze and sit shot. Missed opportunity for Team Hudyma. Sarah's got a chance to bail her team out of this end. She's currently sitting second and third right now. Doesn't look like those rocks will come into play. It's a battle in the forefoot right now. This one's all about the line. You gotta get it there for like you want it to be shot. Looks good. It's gonna hang out a little bit. You do sit shot. Very good result, but is there opportunity for Hudyma now to come in with some maybe back line weight, maybe come in and tap it out? Even come in and just play a little bump and move that blue a bit to release the red one, so on the next one it's easier to get that red one out of play. Now, you can see the Demon gets set to throw her first rocks here in the fourth end. Looks like they're playing some weight at this. This one's moving now. They might have waited a little too long. This one's curling. Doesn't have enough weight, and she does move it, but doesn't move it enough. Sarah Gans could just play the same shot here, and Lindsay's going to have to jar the button to score here. Sarah can sit in that pocket. She's no way of getting one of the reds out. Sarah looks to steal one, probably maybe two this end. I'll have to wait and see where this rock ends up. This one looks heavy. Look at sweepers like it. There's a little finish to it. Perfect shot. Satan 2. Shooter's locked in place. Hudyma's going to have a tough shot here to score one. She could just hit it and force Sarah to just give Sarah the steal of one. tell you this, there's not really any shot for two. Just how do you score your one? Looks like they're just gonna play some weight at this. Just kind of hit it on the outside there a bit. And just kind of roll into the button. Looks like that's the call. Soft weight, hit and roll. Roll into the button to sit shot rock. Big shot is she's throwing against two here. It's also a reminder there is no fourth end break. They'll go right into the fifth end when this one is over. Hudyma. Big shot here in the fourth end. Tie game. Pressures are on this one. Line's getting tight. Got to keep this one straight if they want to sit shot after this. It's going to be close. Just gets the one red out. So it's going to be a steal of one for Sarah Daniels. Go up 3-2 halfway through this one. So that rock just over curled. Resume action here in the fifth end. Lead for Team Daniels, Sarah Loveland. This one's got some speed to it. Looks like it's going to go through the rings. Giving Lindsay the chance now. So the corner guard giving up a steal of one in the fourth. Hudyma. Fifth end of the first draw of the Coronation Business Group King Cash Spiel here on the rim side. I'm Jordan Kiss with you from the Golden Years of Winter Club in Maple Ridge. 3-2 lead for Team Daniels after four ends. And after throwing her first rock through, Sarah Wilkins looking at a redemption here. We've playing the center guard. She's gonna elect to draw outside of the forefoot. Try and make that hit and roll as difficult as possible. This comes to rest just outside the forefoot. And Hudyma's gonna elect to go around her corner guard. Trying to make this one curl here. Almost good. It's got to get there for weight. Brush just pounding it. Is it going to be enough to get there? Just short, but it is buried. Still a useful rock. Will definitely come into play later on in the end. So now Team Dan electing to freeze to it. As Holly gets set for her first rock here in the fifth end. Really going on this one for line. Looks like going around it. And gonna just tick off. Great weight there though by Holly. Hudyma's going to hit and roll behind the corner. Chance to sit one double buried. But also hit and roll over it on top of the red one if they choose to do so. But of course, always want to be behind a corner guard when you have the hammer. So on this one, it looks like it's taken off. I want to sit in the rings here. Just hit, sit, nose. Sarah's going to try to do what Team Hudyma couldn't. Roll behind. Holly here with the out turn. One just not moving. It's going to hit the outside and roll out. And Hudyma's going to elect to nose hit the red one here and sit two. Split the rings. Really put some pressure here on Sarah now. As she hits in the nose, Sarah could hit it again or she could freeze to it. Definitely, it's going to bring two into play. It's going to bring that one top 8 foot buried. The chance to score. So we're just finishing second rocks here in the fifth end. Right on the big sit there. Perfect shot by Jenna Duncan. Sarah's just going to hit it now. Just hit it on the nose. The other option is he could roll behind, but you will end up kind of behind the tee line. Gives Hudyma a chance to freeze. This one again not crowned for him, and this one's going to roll out. It's back-to-back missed hits there. The Team Daniels, and Hudyma's going to elect to split. Now she does go about go behind the corner guards there, it does give Sarah Daniels an out. You see, if she ends up top 4, Sarah could freeze to it, still sit shot rock. This way, I'm drawing open side. Sarah doesn't have a complete kind of backbone here. It's a little easier to score your deuce by doing this. Sarah right now just going to be forced to hit it. Try to limit the amount of blue rocks in play if you can. Roll a little closer to the middle. But right now, it's looking set up for Team Hudyma to score 2 this end. This one's tight. This one might not even hit it. This one is inside, and that's big miss, giving really opening the door for Team Hudyma now. Chance to sit 3. She's going to come on top of her one, top 8 foot behind the guard. Do you have to be careful here, because if you make this one and Sarah draws behind it, you're going to have no run back. And it looks like you most likely won't be able to score 3 here. So now Sarah's back is against the wall this end. You don't want to give her an opportunity to get out of it. Taylor Hansen now with her final shot here in the 5th end. It's got some weight to it. She sneaks by. Want to get this one deep. So that's going to sit back the 8 foot. Sarah, it's like maybe playing a long hit and roll. Could also just come and freeze the rock that Team Hudyma just threw. Probably, if you make it, it'll leave you. It's the best result if you make it, but this one's a little more safer to try to limit the damage. So if you don't make that freeze, you're going to be facing 4 in your last rock. And you do this one, the freeze is still there on your next shot if you need to. It's going to be hit and roll. Try to roll all the way over behind. Perfect spot for this end up would probably be just on the right side of the 4 foot, making it a little bit difficult for Team Hudyma to get it out. Really might force the jam. This one just needs to curl, and this one's going to hang out there. And Team Daniels can't figure out that spot. That extra weight just didn't move. Team Hudyma still sitting 2 here as we're down to skip rocks here in the 5th end. Now what do you do here if you're Team Hudyma? Gonna choose just to again split the rings here, leave Sarah with another hit and roll. Again, the safe play here. Again, if you do come in behind the corner, again, as I mentioned earlier, you give Sarah the freeze, and you give her an opportunity to really limit the damage here. And if you want to score big points this end, this is the shot to play for Team Hudyma. Now, you want to be this rock here to be shot rock as well, and force Sarah to go after it, because if it's not, then just give Sarah the green light to play the freeze. Well, even if this is shot rock, Sarah might like to play the freeze. Want to be at least 3rd here. So they need to go on this one for line. This one's moving more than the other one. This one's going to come up short. And Lindsay Hudyma just let Team Daniels off the hook. Big break for Team Daniels. So that one comes out up light. Really, Sarah, if she can get in there, she can maybe set herself up for another steal of one, possibly. Got lots of room to work with here. If you're half buried, you're good. Even if you're just top 4 foot, it's a possibility of a jam, and Hudyma only gets one out of it. And last rock for Sarah Daniels here in the 5th end. The out-turn draw. Brushes are on this one. Gotta go for line here. Don't want to rack on the guard. This one's really curling and might not get by that top one. Does get by. Now it's gotta sit. It's gotta sit for him, and oh, it's a little heavy. Hudyma now with an open hit for 3. Both skips letting each other off the hook in back-to-back shots. Tough one for Sarah Daniels, but now Hudyma has an open hit for 3 here. And chance to go up 2. Hudyma gets set in the hack, ready to throw her last one. Pulling off the brushes here. This one's hanging a bit, needs to cross center. Oh, this one's hanging. Gotta make it krill. Oh. Just enough to get the red out, but missed shot there. Chance for 3, only gets 2. Leaves 1 on off the board. And a sigh of relief from Team Daniels, only giving up the 2, and it looked like 3 was intimate there. But after 5, it is Hudyma with a 4-3 lead. Tough one there. It's electing to play the draw for 1. And that hit for 2 is a little tough, though. You wouldn't have to play about hack weight at it. If you really wanted to and really want to give it a shot, you could definitely give it a good go. But it's a draw for 1 here for Sarah Daniels in the 6th end. Got to catch a piece of the button. He's got some backing. Sweepers have backed off it a little bit. And he just goes for a quick clean, and this one looks heavy. And it's heavy, and it's going to slide back to the 12-foot. And it's going to be a steal of 2 for Team Hudyma, as they now go up 6-3 after 6. Now hold a 3-point lead. Big break there for Hudyma. Sarah just can't make that last draw. And now 2 ends remain. It's getting crunch time for Team Daniels. Ideal situation here for Team Daniels is score 2. Definitely make that 8th end a little easier to score 1, or to steal 1 than this to steal 2. Just try to get set to get the 7th end on its way. And as mentioned earlier, if we are tied after 8, there will be an extra end. This one comes up really light. It's going to be a guard. If you're up 3, especially without hammer, you do want to rock in the rings. Less stuff to hide behind, the better. Doors open for Sarah Daniels now. She's going to play a double guard here of sorts. So she wants it just over the hog line. She could also come behind it as well and sit in like that 3-4 zone there, just short of the rings, but it's going to play just over the hog line. Sarah Loken now, her first rock of this end. This one's gonna bump the blue, but still a good result. Does the job that she wanted. It is a double guard just off the center line. Yeah, Sarah gonna want to be playing very aggressive this end. She needs to score this end. That's one thing for sure. Needs to score. Don't want to. Very difficult to come back from 4 down to the last end. But with the 5 rock rule, anything is possible. And Patty's gonna play the come around. This one's going to come up blight again. It's going to become a center guard. Sarah's going to come down the left side. And most teams would come around the right side in this situation, just the more visually appealing turn, I would say. But Team Daniels knows this path quite well. They've played this a lot. Of course, just threw it down this side. So they're on this one for line. As they're by, now it's just for weight. Gotta get it there. Looks like a little light. Try to get it biting and just gonna come up short. As everybody's pulling the string here in the 7th. Ice most likely slowing down, as it usually does at this point of the game. And Jenna Duncan now looking to get in there. It's going to be a race to the 4-foot here. If they can get this one buried, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Team Daniels. This one's looking very nice as it comes to rest here. Top button, just on the side there. Very good shot. Now it's a very crucial shot here for Holly Horvath and Team Daniels. Needs to make this one really good. Don't have to sit shot here, but gotta get in there in the 4-foot area, 4-foot, 8-foot. Can't be light. Can't really be heavy either. And this one is light. Light again. It's 3 in a row for Team Daniels. And that is a tough pill to swallow there. That's not in a good spot. Now that rock in the 4-foot is locked in there. There's no easy way to get at it. You're going to have to make a couple run backs here. Again, those run backs aren't easy. Those are long, and there's a triple run back as well, which of course is very difficult. Hudyma here, going to come around that red one, sit in the rings, sit 2. Short's a good shot here as well. Just don't want to be in and wide. You give don't want to be wide and open here, as you'll give Team Daniels a chance to hit and roll. You got to get this one buried if you're Team Hudyma. You got to bury it or leave it short. That's going to come up top 12. Still a good spot for them. Sarah's going to like to clear the middle here. You need to get access to that rock in the 4-foot. You want to score 2 here for your Team Daniels, but you need to score 1. Try to peel here, get rid of a couple of those blues if you're lucky. You go blue, blue, blue hits the red, red goes into the blue. It seems a little crazy, but it is possible. Holly Horvath. She's going to stick it, and it's going to hit the red. Team Daniels can't catch a break here in the 7th end. As the red sticks up there. I guess the only good thing is now it's your rock, and you can run that one in. 2 run back options as Hudyma's going to try to block him off. Trying to put a rock here just over the hog line. Usually these are the more difficult guards to make. Very easy to be heavy, just as easy to be light. And be short of the hog line. That's Heather Hansen now. So Arlessa going to make contact on the one on the right, hit and roll. Good result here is that it takes away that middle run back. Very good. Sarah's going to be forced to clear it out. Got to get that middle open. You need to give yourself an opportunity at that rock on the button. Team Hudyma in full control this end. Up 3 without. Again, the blue just stays there. But leaves a little more room on the left side now to come in and maybe play a light tap. The ice is definitely curling enough to do so if you really need to, but for a right-handed curler, that is a really difficult shot. Now, if she was a left-handed shot, that definitely, I would say, it's definitely worth playing, but if you're right, it's over-buried. But there is still a port, though, for Team Daniels, but Hudyma's going to block that off. This rock just needs to curl a little bit, looking very good now. And it, oh, cannot put that in a better spot. Blocks the port and it blocks that long run back as well. Perfect shot by Heather Hansen and Team Hudyma. As you approach third's last stone here in the 7th, it's going to be a double peel. Looks like Daniels is going to be playing for their 1 now. I'll have to say 2 is off the board. Now scrambling to get their 1. And good shot there by Kayla McMillan. Clears both. Opens things up. This blue comes to rest on the 8-foot on the right. It's going to be another guard for Team Hudyma. Ideally, its center line guard will do the job. So it's Lindsay's first rock here. Down the blue rocks. Of course, these rocks at Golden Years just over a year and a half old. Still very new and they're in great condition. That one's coming in. It's going to over curl. And opens the door a little further for Team Daniels here. As 2's back in play, it's safe to say. If she makes this one, she's looking at maybe a hit and roll over, sit on top of the blue on the right side. As that guard just over curled. It looks like it's half open. Definitely enough to see it. Rice is curling enough to hit it. We're gonna hit and roll over to the right. Big shot here for Sarah Daniels. 2, just when you think 2 was out of play. There's the opportunity. You never know what could happen. Sweepers are on this one. They need to go. This one's getting close to the center line, getting close to the guards. It's moving. They're by. Gotta keep it. It's gonna over curl a bit. They're going to sit and roll the other way. A good result there by Sarah Daniels. That's probably better than rolling open. She's buried top 4. And Hudyma now. Pressure is now on her to make a good one here to try to force to 1. There's any pauses for Team Hudyma in this sense. They're not giving up 3 though. At worst case, they'll go into the 8th end up 1. Now you could probably maybe throw a guard here and maybe force Sarah to draw. You could come, maybe draw back 4, back button, come around it through the middle. We're going to take a look at it here. It's safe to say you're not going to get that red one out. Try to discuss things here. I'd also like to thank some of our sponsors, Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, official hotel of Curl, BC, and they've come to a decision here. The broom is, it could be a guard, could also just be a draw as well. I couldn't really tell where exactly they wanted it. They're rather hard. It looks like Sarah will have a shot for 2. The final rock for Lindsay here in the 7th end, up 3 without. And they bring it into freeze. They need to go on it for line. Got to stay straight, got to get there as well. That's going to come up short, and it's going to be a shot for 2 for Sarah Daniels. She's going to elect to play the draw to the backing. Just needs really good 8-foot. So she's going to play the draw to the blue rock on the right side. Chance for 2 and to go into the 8th end down 1. This is a big shot here for Team Daniels. At 1 point will make all the difference in the last end. It's easier to steal 1 than it is to steal 2. And if you steal 2 and you're down 1, then you win the game. This one is looking good. Brushers like it. On and off it's a good sign. Line's good. Just cleaning, and Sarah Daniels with an excellent shot here in the 7th end to score 2. Perfect weight, perfect line. And going into the 8th end, Team Hudyma will be up 6-5. Great battle there by Team Daniels. They were chasing that entire end until Skip's rocks. Look, as I mentioned, that it didn't look possible for Team Daniels to score 2 in that end with the way it was going, but they persevered through it. A couple misses by Team Hudyma, and it's a 1-point game. And get set for this 8th end here. It's the first game of this tournament for both these teams, first of 4. Both of them will be back on the ice at 8 o'clock. Team Daniels will face Team Coulomb, while Team Hudyma will face Team Bulls. And don't forget, coming up at 5 o'clock is our next featured game on the men's side, Team Giel versus Team Richard. Battle of former teammates. Then that one coming up at 5 o'clock, but we still got a good one here, folks. 8th end, 1-point game. Team Hudyma with the hammer up 1. And Sarah Loken with her first rock here needs a center guard. This one just looking nice, just got to get over to that center line. And perfect shot by Sarah. On the center line, they're going to play the tick here. Backline wait. This is Patty Wallingham with the tick shot here. And brushes are on this one early. This one's moving. Looks like it's going to overcurl. Hit a good chunk of this red rock. Is it enough to get it out? As Sarah tries to get it out to put it back. There's a little too much contact there. I'll replace the rocks. Good news for Team Daniels. Now she's going to like to play the another center guard instead of coming around. We'll leave the door open for Team Hudyma to get in there first. Sometimes that's what some teams like to play, is to get in there first. That way you're not chasing. Sarah Loken now with her final rock here in this final end. Sweepers haven't touched this one at all. Don't want to be heavy. You want as much separation as you can. This one's going to come up about a foot short of the other one. Still a double guard, but now an easier double peel for when the time comes. As Lindsay's going to ask Patty to come around. Top button is exactly where you want it, buried. Well, I've just been informed change of everything here. Now it's actually a tie game. It's actually miscounted here. Team Daniel scored 2 in the... Trying to figure things out here. It's actually scores 5-5. I apologize. Glass is a little foggy here at Golden Ears Winning Club. It's hard to see their scoreboard. So that just completely changes everything here. So now it's a tie game instead of Team Daniels being down by 1. So it is a tie game, 5-5. Oh, I see where we're at. Trying to look it back here. I remember in the second end, it was a very close measure between close for second shot between red and blue, very close. And I thought that they said blue, but it turns out it was just only 1. So we are 5-5 here in the 8th end as we're finishing up second rocks here for Holly Horvat. Completely changes everything. So there's gonna be no extra in here. This is it. This Team Daniels is sitting 1 now. Guard that one here. That's going to over curl. Leaves the shot rock open, but Hudyma's now got an easier double peel. It's Jenna Duncan now with finish off the second stones here. Well, this one looks a little wide. And that's gonna go right by. Very untimely miss there by Team Hudyma and Jenna Duncan. Advantage Team Daniels. Chance to get another one in there now. Really put the pressure on Team Hudyma. Looks like this one's gonna come in contact with the guards. It's gonna over curl. And Hudyma is just gonna try to clear the clutter up front. Heather Hansen now trying to just open things up for her team. Good job there as both rocks go, 2 rocks go. Still leaves like the main one open. As it's still buried behind the center guard there. Still advantage Team Daniels. As it's Kayla's last rock. There's a final from Sheet 2 as Team Gushalak defeated Team Ryan. Looks like we have a final as well in Sheet 4 as looks like it's Team Thompson over Team Coulomb. One game left here on the ice. It's a tie game here in the 8th end between Team Daniels and Team Hudyma. Jordan Kiss here with you at the Golden Ears Winter Club in Maple Ridge for the King Cash Spiel. There's another guard is thrown by Kayla, and look, another opportunity at a double peel here for Team Hudyma. Need to get both out of the way. This one's wide. Just going to clip the one. Again, can't take advantage of the rocks being close together. Team Daniels can guard again. They can also come around and freeze to their own. You want to guard it on the left side because that's the side that's partially open right now. Good news for Team Hudyma is they do have a counter in the back. Back eight for that could come into play, be the one that ends up winning this game for them. Oh, that rock is very buried, coming from the right hack. As that one comes, needs to stop now. It's still moving, but good spot there by Sarah Daniels. Perfect spot, lots of separation, guards the left side. Definitely can't see it now. Team Hudyma has a couple decisions here, what to do. You could draw right now and force Sarah to remove your stone, or you could play the double peel. Maybe run it in, get all three reds moving. Nonetheless, it's not an easy shot here for Lindsay. Looks like they're deciding to maybe clear the front up a bit. Hopefully makes room in your last one, but it might be too late to do so. And then the other option is to draw. Not an easy draw too. So they're gonna play the single peel here. Clear the one. This is the rock that is causing the most trouble for Team Hudyma right now. The other rock is high enough that if they have to, they can get around it with some weight and tap the red one out in the forefoot. There's just a single peel here. Get the one off the center line. And force Sarah to make another good guard on her final stone. Lindsay gets set to throw her. off it right away. Looks good. They're off. Still haven't. They're clean. Looks like they've done a good job here. Peeled it off. Shot has been made. Sarah Daniels looking to play a small tapper around and shrink the scoring zone in the button. So right now, all Lindsay has to do is just hit full 4 to win. Tap one up in the button. You're really requires that final draw to be more precise. Last stone here for Sarah Daniels. It'll be a small tap on her own. Try to tap it up to the button. The young skipper here with their final rock. Sweepers haven't touched it. Looks a little hot. This one's coming in. Oh, might leave a double for Hudyma now. So it bounces off, and Hudyma now with a chance to win it here. Gotta get rid of both those reds. Gotta hit about at least half a rock here, and you win the game. Don't have to stick. So one on the back 8-foot will count. Really hit anything on the right side and both rocks will go. Sarah just a little heavy on her last shot. So this is the call now. Double for the win. Lindsay Hudyma now in the hack, ready to throw her last. Needs to get rid of both red rocks to pick up the W. We're off it right now. Looks good. Looks might have to curl a little bit. And perfectly done. And team Hudyma and Lindsay pick up the win here in their first game here at the King Cash on a perfect double. And Hudyma goes to 1-0 in this one. Daniels 0-1. It was a very good game, back and forth. Lots of opportunities on both sides. Both teams should be very happy with the way this game ended up for them. Well done. Both these teams will go resume action tonight at 8 o'clock. Coming up at 5 o'clock is our next live stream. It's going to be Team Giel and Team Richards on the men's side. I'm Jordan Kiss. Thank you for tuning in for this game. The final score, it's Team Hudyma 6, Team Daniels 5.